We're doing something a little bit different in the attic today, guys. We are talking about tarot cards. So if you've ever had an interest in the tarot and you want just like a basic overview, stick around. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Welcome to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Kimmie. This is my attic and we are on day 21 of 31 days in the attic. And today, like I said, we're doing something a little bit different. We're talking about tarot cards. Now, I have to tell you, from a first of all, let me tell you what this video is, like exactly what we're going to do here. I'm just going to give you a very basic overview. I have been interested in tarot cards for quite a long time, since I was like an early teenager. And I've kind of been studying them on and off since then, but in the last couple of years, basically like 2 years ago, maybe 3 years ago, I gained a much better, I think, appreciation for them and an understanding as far as what they're really meant for and what they can do. So I'm going to share that with you a little bit. I'm going to share, you know, this is going to be a very, very basic thing. So if, like if you're just interested, maybe you don't know anything about tarot cards, I'm going to give you like a very basic overview, their meanings, and how you can like start to read them, how I started to read them. I've never read for anyone else, but I have done like readings on myself. I've done them quite often, and it's something that I really have come to appreciate, like I said, in the past couple of years. So that's basically what this video is. So I have to tell you, like from a very early age, I'm going to say young teenager, I was interested in tarot cards. I don't even know why. I think I was fascinated by being able to tell the future. Now, can tarot cards tell the future? It depends. It depends on how you interpret telling the future. If you're asking if the tarot cards can give you the lotto numbers, they cannot. They cannot do that. If you are asking if you can turn to the tarot cards for a little bit of guidance, then I think the answer is yes. The tarot cards are really there for guidance, for like spiritual guidance, especially if you are going kind of like on a self-discovery journey type of thing. That's what I have found they are excellent for. So I'll tell you a really quick story how I first got tarot cards, and the ones I'm going to show you. I asked for them when I was young. I was like I said, maybe 13 or 14. And what I wanted for, I don't know if it was for birthday or Christmas or whatever, what I wanted was tarot cards. And my father went and he got them for me. And this is that deck. This is the same deck that my dad gave me all those years ago. This is a Ryder weight deck. Now, the Ryder weight deck is like your classic tarot deck. If you are just learning the cards, they say to get a deck that speaks to you. But I have to say, over the years, I've had a couple of different decks. Oh, I just put them out of order. I put them in order for the video because I was going to go through the, whatever, I'll put them back in order. I've had a couple of decks in the past because I was attracted to them. I thought they were very pretty, whatever. But I always had a very hard time as far as like reading them. If you are interested, you should get a deck that speaks to you. But if you're really interested in learning about the tarot, I would recommend that besides a deck and maybe this deck will speak to you. I think this deck speaks to me. I would suggest you also get this set, the Ryder Waite Tarot deck, because it's a very, very easy one to learn from. The pictures are like very good. Like the pictures, that what's happening in the card is very helpful in their meaning. Also, if you go onto any tarot website to learn about the cards, most of them, if not all of them, will include, they usually like include a few tarot cards, and they almost always, I say almost because maybe there's one out there, but all the ones that I have seen always include an example with the Ryder Waite deck, because it's just a classic deck. So, like I said, from a very early age, I was attracted to the tarot and in learning how to use it and how to read tarot cards, basically. But a couple of years ago, when I went, you know, I hate to keep bringing this up, but, you know, it's a fact of life. Like I said, I did go through a depression a couple of years ago. And one thing that I became very, very fascinated with was tarot cards. And I don't think it's very unusual. I think a lot of people going through things, no matter what it is, the end of a relationship or whatever else, they want to turn to something to give them answers, because you have no answers, right? A lot of time, well, sometimes, I guess sometimes you do, but I think a lot of times in these kinds of situations, you're left with no answers, and there's nobody that can give you answers. And so the tarot is something very tempting. You're very tempted by it to give you, because it's something that can give you an answer, or at least that's kind of how it started off for me. I was into the tarot many years ago, but then after I started to go through this, I came back to it. Because like I said, I wanted answers. And did I get the answers? Yes, actually, I did. Was it exactly what I wanted to know? Was it exactly what I wanted to hear? No. But more than the answers that I got, I really learned about myself. Because what the tarot cards do is they give you kind of like spiritual guidance. Basically, if you like they think about the card or meditate over the card, it kind of gives you like advice, like guidance. Basically, that's all it is. And learning like about myself. I think like one thing I will tell you is like for a long time I kind of thought that things in this situation were going to rectify themselves. I thought that everything would go back to being the way it was. That didn't happen. I had to learn to move on from it. I had to learn to start over. And, you know, I think that the tarot cards kind of helped point me in the right direction. And I became very, very interested in them and on kind of going through each one. And they all kind of have like advice for you, basically. So right now what I'm going to do is just talk to you about what the tarot deck is. Tarot deck is 78 cards. You have 22 that are known as the major arcana, and those are the major cards. So those are the cards that bring out the biggest points, or the things that you really have to pay attention to. And then they're supported by the minor arcana, or the suit cards. There's 4 suits in the tarot. There's swords, there's wands, there's cups, and there's pentacles. So the 4 suits kind of support the major cards. So no matter where the major cards fall, like I said, they will always be bring out the biggest point. That's what you have to pay attention to. And then the other cards around it, the minor cards, they just support that. Sometimes you'll get a few major cards. Sometimes your spread could be mostly major cards. You might be dealing with a lot. But that's basically how it works. And what the suits represent. The wands represent like spirituality, creativity. If you are beginning something, or like starting some kind of work or a project, they can sometimes represent the motivation that you have behind that project. Pentacles, they represent money. Usually the pentacles point to financial situations. By the way, these are the wands. This is the King of Wands. So this is a wand card, and you can see the wand kind of looks like a stick. It's sometimes also known as something else, I believe. Wands or, spheres? I think is it spears? It's going to come to me. It's going to come to me. I was going to say sticks. I don't think it's ever known as sticks. And then you have swords. Swords are sometimes known as like the bad suit, but they're really not a bad suit, but they are the card of action. They are the card of action. They are the card of things happening fast. Sometimes they can represent emotions. They can represent things coming to an end. Sometimes they represent, it really depends how they fall in the reading. Sometimes they represent good. Sometimes they represent bad. Cups represent love, relationships, and you can see the cups. And then finally you have your, what's our third? What did we do? Even pentacles is money. Oh, that's it. That's 4. Cups represent love. Pentacles represent money. Wands, spirituality and creativity. And swords like action, movement. They can represent emotions and sometimes misfortune, but not all the time. Like I said, it depends where they fall. So each suit has 14 cards. They have cards ace through 10. The ace usually represents some kind of new beginning, and then depending on if it's the ace of finances might mean a new job. Ace of cups can mean a new beginning in love. It depends on the suit. Then they go from ace to 10. The number is ace to 10. And then there are 4 court cards. So you have your king, your queen, your page, and your knight in each suit. Sometimes they represent people. Sometimes they'll represent you. Sometimes they'll represent people in your life. They don't always, but sometimes they do. And then you have your major arcana cards, your 22 major arcana cards. And like I said, these cards, they kind of take you on a journey. So if you were like to follow each one or like go through them one by one, like in order, they kind of take you like on a journey. So we're going to go through them real quick and I will give you like the meanings. So 0 is the Fool. Now the Fool, as you can see, he's kind of walking along a cliff and he's looking up. He is not paying any attention to where he is going. So this card usually means a new beginning, a new journey, but it also can mean caution. Pay attention. Like, look what you're doing. Look where you're going. And be responsible for your actions. I kicked the camera. As always, I kicked the camera. Okay, so then number 1, you have the Magician. The Magician is always about, like, taking your future in your own hands. Manipulating your future. It's yours to change. Nobody can change your future but you. Then we have number 2. This is the High Priestess. And again, these are very basic meanings. There's so much to learn about the tarot, but these are just like the overall meanings. The Priestess tells you to use your intuition. It's good to like, whereas the Magician, he's kind of like very mundane things, like the High Priestess is more like your sixth sense, like your intuition. Your intuition is so important. Always follow it. Number 3, we have the Empress. This is the mother card, a card of harmony. Sometimes this card can pop up in pregnancy, can literally mean children, or it can mean like a mother figure, whatever that means for you. Either you or someone in your life, like to be more motherly or like a motherly figure. The Emperor is the father figure and usually represents someone who brings stability to your life. The Hierophant, number 5. This is religion. This is the card of religion. Sometimes this card can mean commitment. If this card pops up in a relationship, I remember I had a reading once by someone that was very, very good reader, and I did not want to listen to what she had to say because she wasn't telling me what I wanted to hear. But I asked her about my ex, and the Hierophant card came up, and she told me he was definitely in a new committed relationship. So, card number 6, the Lovers. A lot of times the Lovers, yes, it can mean love, but it can also mean a choice that will need to be made. The Chariot, a card of movement, a card of going after what you want. Basically, going after what you want. Ambition. It's a card of ambition. It might not be easy, but you have to go after what you want. Strength. You need strength to, you might need strength to get over things in life, but it will be okay. You have to look to your inner self and be strong. The Hermit can represent being alone. That's not a bad thing. A lot of times we need to be alone to reflect on things, to learn from our mistakes. God knows we all make them. Okay? Wheel of Fortune. I like this card. This is one of my favorite cards. This is number 10. This is the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune, anything goes. But it's usually a good card. And if things have been going kind of bad for you, the Wheel of Fortune usually means they are about to turn around. Okay. I was never great at Roman numerals, but this is number 11. Justice. There will be justice for you or for someone in your life. Justice is going to happen. 12. The Hangman. This usually is not a great card to come up. It does sometimes mean that you will have to sacrifice something, you know, letting go. Basically a card of sacrificing and letting go. There's something in your life that you need to let go of. This is the card I think that everybody is afraid of, number 13. This is the death card. But this card does not mean physical death. I think people are afraid that they're going to pull this and, oh my God, I'm going to die. You know, that's not what this card means. This card means the death of something. But it is usually a negative card because it does mean the death of something that you don't want to die. Usually, I have found that this card usually comes up in a relationship question. You know, it's an unsalvageable relationship. It may not be one that you want to lose, but it is one that's not going to make a comeback. But you will be okay. You will, you know, you'll be okay. But you have to accept the death of it. You have to accept that it's over. That was not easy for me to do, by the way. But I did. Temperance. Okay. Temperance, the card of patience. You need patience. Don't expect to, you know, everything to be okay right away. It will be okay, but you need patience to get through it. The devil. Uh-oh. There he is. 25? No, not 25. There's only 22 cards. I didn't pass Roman numeral school. 15. This is 15. This is card 15. Yeah, this is card 16. Okay. Card 15. You don't want to be tempted or like bonded to things. This is like the card of bondage. You have to break your bad habits. If there's somebody in your life that's bad for you, but you find it hard to stay away from them, stay away from them. Or something that's bad for you. Are you overindulging in something? Are you addicted to something? That's what the devil means. That's who the devil is. Okay, so the Tower. And this is another card that people don't like. And, I mean, look at it. You have people literally falling out of this tower, which looks like it's about to explode. This is the card of something. There is some kind of something on the horizon. That's not good. But there's nothing you can do about it. This is life. Things happen. You'll be fine. You'll get through it. But you do have to be ready for something that life will bring to you. It happens, you know, that's, like I said, that's life. The Tower is something that's going to happen that's just out of your control. You just have to write it out. And after the Tower comes the Star, and things have calmed down now, and basically anything that you wish for, or you basically got through the whatever it was going on in your life that brought you through the Tower, and now it's the Star. Now it is the time of peace and calm. And then we have the Moon. The Moon is like your psychic power. Again, it's not exactly your intuition. It kind of, sometimes this card will come up with the High Priestess. It's not exactly your intuition, but it's something like it. And this card can also mean that someone is lying to you. If you think someone's lying to you, they might be. That's the card of, can be the card of deceit. Okay. The Sun. This is another great card. I love this card. I see like a lot of t-shirts with this card on it, and it's so cute. I don't know why I never pick it up. The Sun. The sun will shine upon you again. That's all you have to remember for this card. This is just a card of joy and happiness. And then you finally, oh no, not finally, you have Judgment. The card of reconciliation. No, not reconciliation. That's not the word I was looking for. The card of judgment, basically. Are you being judged? Are you judging someone else? This is the card of things working out, you know. The word I'm looking for, I can't think of it right now. It's not reconciliation. What the heck is it? It's something like that, though. Basically, getting what you sow. You know, being judged. And then finally, the World. This is the last card. The World is at your feet. You can do, you know, you have gone through all the steps of the tarot, and you are ready to take on the world. You are ready for what life throws at you. So if you kind of go through it like that, then the tarot almost paints a story. It writes a story of life, of your life. So how I recommend that you start to learn the tarot is, first of all, you purchase some cards and you dive right in. You know, get a feel for them, look at them, And you can, what they say is really a good thing to do. I already kind of have an idea of what they mean, so I can't do it. But if you really have no clue what they mean, look at the card and kind of look at what it's showing or what you think it's saying, and then write it down. And then you check it and you see if you're correct. I'm going to show you, I'm going to like sort of show you a couple of very, very easy spreads that you can do. I will tell you, the most famous spread probably is the Celtic Cross, and for me, it's a little difficult. I don't really do that one. I mean, the beginning is easy. It's like the past, the present, the future, but then it's like influences. This card covers you. This card's over you or crowns you. To me, it's a little confusing, so I like to do like a basic, very basic reading. So let's just say I was going to pick one of these cards. Okay, I just want to pick like a card. I'm going to pick a major Arcana card. Let's see what I get. Okay, I have the Chariot right now. And the Chariot is, like I said, it's the card of ambition. And I'm actually going to go online and see what it says about it. This is another really good thing to do. And there's so many websites. I'll list a few of them if you are interested in learning the tarot. But like I said, the Chariot is the card that I drew. So let's see. Overcoming conflicts and moving forward in a positive way. The Chariot is a card of willpower, determination, and strength. And that makes sense for me right now. I've been going kind of through a lot. And then with this channel, like, I definitely started more than I could handle with this 31 days of October. Yeah, 31 days in the attic. It probably wasn't a great idea for me to do this, because it has proved to be a little bit more than I can handle. I mean, I guess I can handle it because I've been doing it, but it's definitely, I definitely am going to need willpower and determination to get through it. But the Chariot does predict that you will end up in a victorious situation. So maybe all will work out and I will be better for it, for doing this 31 days in October. So if I was to pick the Chariot card right now, that's kind of what I would get from it. So there's all different kinds of spreads that you can do. There's all different kinds of spreads that you can learn about. Like I said, I'm going to list some websites below. Biddy Tarot is a really good one. The Tarot Guide is a really good one. So you do your spread, and then there's nothing wrong with looking up what the tarot cards mean. There's nothing wrong with that. There's no other way to learn, and trying to apply them to you. A spread that I really like to do is like past, present, future. So like a 3-card spread. Like you shuffle the cards. There's no right or wrong way to shuffle the cards. You shuffle the cards. You think of something on your mind that you want an answer for. Like you basically ask a question, and then it doesn't have to be an exact question. You put a card for the past, a card for the present, and a card for the future. So let me see. I'm going to move the camera over to the table, and I'll like kind of show you a spread. Okay guys, I'm kind of to the side of you. We're going to go ahead and do like a little spread. I'm going to do like a past, present, future spread. I have my cards right here. I did try to shuffle them a little bit, but you know what? I'm just going to pick 3. So I did shuffle like the major and the minor together because I had separated them. So I'm going to just pick 3 random cards. And this isn't a real reading because I'm not really... this is like an example reading. So like, let's say I was reading this for someone, and this person, let's just say, they want to know about like their love life. So I picked 3 cards, right? And oh, also you can read them like reverse. I do not do that. Most people though will read cards in reverse. So it depends like how they fall, but usually I just read them upright. 3 of Wands, Wheel of Fortune, and the Knight of Pentacles. Oh, this is kind of an interesting one. So I would have to look the 3 of Wands up because it's not like jumping out at me. But obviously the card that's jumping at me is the Wheel of Fortune because that is our major Arcana card. And like I said, the major arcana card says that things are going to take a turn for the better. I would say that someone is coming into your life, into this person's life, like a new relationship. And the Knight of Pentacles represents a stable person, I think. But let me see. Because I don't I'm kind of interested, the Three of Wands. Let me see the Three of Wands. So like this is all you do. You there's nothing, like I said, if you're just starting out, and if you are watching this video, I'm going to assume that you are just starting out. This is exactly what you would do. So, make chances available to you to broaden your horizons. The 3 represents creation and looking forward. So the site that I recommend, the Tarot Guide, that actually gives you categories. So, like it'll give you a general meaning, a meaning in love, a meaning in money. So we said that this person was asking about love. The Three of Wands is a good omen. It means being success and being happy with your choices. Your relationship should be going well. You will be enjoying, or if you are single, it means that you will be enjoying the freedoms of experiencing life and spreading your wings and enjoying the freedoms of being single. It can sometimes signify a holiday, romance, or meeting a new love, starting a long-distance relationship. But this card is in the past. So maybe in the past you possibly met someone, or you had a long-distance relationship. This is like a very positive love spread. Things are about to turn around with that relationship, and he is going to become, or she is going to become, a stable presence in your life, because I believe the Knight of Pentacles is a stable knight. But let me make sure before I say that. The Knight of Pentacles. Okay, there he is. So, like I said, I usually go to the Tarot Card Guide. That's usually my thing. Practical, loyal. He's a responsible, working hard. Okay, so this can mean achieving your dreams, or it can mean like a responsible person, and it is the indicator in a love reading of a stable, committed relationship. So this, to me, like I said, that's what this reading is. Started off as maybe someone that you just kind of met like on vacation, or it was long distance, but things are about to turn around. That's your main point, and this relationship is about to get stable. This is going to be a stable person in your life. So that's how I would read this mini reading that we did. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll like pull, like if it's a new year. I didn't do it this year because this year I wasn't as interested in the tarot as I was the past couple of years. Or for the past couple of years, I would like draw a card for every month. That's a really popular one you can do. There's all kinds of tarot spreads online, and like I said, I will give you guys some websites. There's the Tarot Guide, there's Biddy Tarot, and then Lisa Boswell. She does like a lot of ebooks about tarot card spreads. So if you're interested in different spreads, that's something that you could look into. But yeah, that's a very, very basic spread. That's it, guys. That's really all I have to say. The tarot is such a big subject. There is so much to learn about it. I would consider myself, if I had to put myself into a category of like someone who understands the tarot, I would say that I am at the end of the beginner. I would still call me a beginner, but I would say I'm like towards the end of the beginning level. I'm about to, enter intermediate. That's the level that I would put myself at. I'm at the beginning, the end of the beginner, but the beginning of the intermediate level, because the tarot is so big and there is so much to learn. But if you aren't interested, like I said, you just start by starting. And I think that the tarot can give you some guidance in different situations. I remember reading a lot. There's a lot in the tarot about being thankful for what you have, counting your blessings, no matter how small. This too shall pass. These are all themes of the tarot. You'll get through it. things on the other side will be better. Sometimes you do have to let go of things. Not everything is going to be like, also another spread you can do is the yes, no answer. Each one of these cards means either yes or no. So if you were going to ask like a very simple question, you could pick a card. Oh, this one I can tell right away. This is the 9 of Swords. So you can see this is definitely a no card. So if you were to ask the tarot a question, it's no. Whatever your question was. But yeah, basically that's what the tarot is about. The tarot is just about guidance and looking to becoming a stronger person and looking to things getting better, because they will get better. Sometimes you have to ride through the storm. Sometimes you have to let things go. Sometimes you do have to move on. Sometimes things don't. Sometimes people do come back. Sometimes things do rectify themselves. And sometimes they don't. But you'll be okay. And that's the message that you'll get a lot from the tarot. That's the message that I got from the tarot. Everybody has different questions that they want to know about and different things to learn. So that's, like I said, that's just an overview of the tarot as I see it. I hope you found this video helpful. Have you ever read the tarot, or do you have an interest in learning about it? I would love to know. Like I said, we talk about it all in the attic, so if you enjoyed this video, or you would like to see more tarot card videos, I would love to do more tarot card videos, and we could kind of learn it together. Then yes, definitely let me know. Subscribe to my channel, because like I said, we certainly do talk about it all in the attic. We talk about everything up here, guys. And if there's ever anything you want me to talk about, like I said, you can always let me know. You can reach out to me on Instagram. You can leave it in the comments down below. If it's something that I can talk about, I absolutely will. I want to thank you so much for joining me for day 21 of 31 days in the attic. I'll see you tomorrow for another video. And until then, guys, remember, as always, take care of yourself so you can take care of someone else. Bye-bye.